right into it today. No long starting thing today. We're just gonna get right into it. We got a side quest to go and do. So let's go and do that. Don't think we have much other. All right, there's a massive side quest. Let's do this weird science one first, and then I'll go and do the missive one. I'm assuming this is either from Mid or it's from one of Mid's friends. From one of the people that work with Mid. Owain.
Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Why not?
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
A bomb
I
king.
take it that's where I come in.
Oh, that does sound like fun.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
There you go. There you go. Use the hunt board to locate the bomb king. Yeah, that's gonna be fun enough. And I actually need to move my hand off of the controller briefly. There we go. Alright, Nectar. In the hunt for a bomb king, so I have a bullet that might interest you. Fuck you, Atlas. Aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen airship. Within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire. Chasers screaming from the grove. Identified the creature in an almanac of echoes. Was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. The Croc in Sanbrak. Okay. So, before we go, we'll go check what the missive is. Because if it's also in Sanbrak, it means we don't have to go as far.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Mess up again. I turned too quickly. There we go.
He cracked the crystal too.
Oh shit, that's a bunch of quests. Off the record. Coming through the hideaway ledgers, might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe, and by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be.
Trouble with the ledgers? Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Payback. Well, that's one quest accepted. Got a bad feeling. Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Is it because he's turned Frostwolf and she doesn't know what to do? Pen is mightier. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. The thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered. Assuming it ain't just the forge. August.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Lots of side quests. Alright. First of all, we'll talk to Karen. See what she think is going on with Torgor.
You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things happen differences, Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Perhaps. Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, and you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something.
Karen again,
I've
of
never
course.
seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you.
Nah, not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
Is this how we end up getting the diamond blade?
We could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
Sure a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Let's.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections.
Yeah.
Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like.
Of course, it's a
And he's got
Dalmek.
more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric.
A
it's
touch.
meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
I have a feeling he's going to be more than a touch eccentric. Let's have a chat with Harpocrates.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients.
Oh,
As
interesting.
to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators.
So is this going to be another
The
hunt?
antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
So we gotta go hunt elder antelope. Okay, it's not technically a hunt.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again.
Adelaide Free Spirit.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Oh, hey Gav.
Is that you done then? Mid's not roped you into building the rest of the board, has she?
I think that area is here? No. I think that's around Orphlum. Alright, goat.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. I don't want to be listening.
Is this better?
Oh god.
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault.
Huh.
But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle.
zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. You know, he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And
Oh,
well,
come on.
Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each.
Oh,
5
for
million.
fuck's sake. Goat, how did this happen?
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No. Okay. So I have to go to
They told me
Dalmec.
she was building a ship.
I need to go to Dalmec for this. Knock in Dalamil. The Bomb King was in Northreach? I think. That's Rosaria. That's Rosaria and Northreach. Was it in Northreach? Sunbreck. So yeah. Northreach, basically. So, what we'll do is we'll go to Dalamil first. Sort this out with Lignac. Where are we going looking? In the inn somewhere.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
St. Drake's Fang is gone. The whole Mother Crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure.
My reputation will be ruined. Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
What a lovely person.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? No. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamal is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Bandit's bed. Ah, up there. Okay. Shall we get going then?
Good girl. Run like the wind.
You know, one thing I wasn't paying attention to. I wasn't paying attention to what rank the bomb is. Bomb King. I just know the Bomb King was in Sunbreak. That's all I was paying attention to. Occasion. Didn't pay attention to the rank at all. Some fallen ruin. Was it the crack? The creek? The crook, I think, in Sunbreak. I also just noticed that I should be... Oh, that would explain it. I need to restock on potions.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
3. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, I didn't switch in time. There we go. Woo. Oh shit, I got 2,000 ability points. Nice.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Excuse me.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Wyvern.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the
not a
final
surprise
stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
Well,
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Radim.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is we're going to head to Martha's Rest. We'll go to Northreach. We'll go talk to Isabel. And then we'll go look for the crook. Because it's in the Sandbreck region. And this is the Sandbreck region. So, is that the crook? No, that's Westwatch. In Cape Odyssey. Earl Meadows. Tremel Workshop. Baywatch. More. The Orison Rise. Pension Gate. Dragon's Airy. Gregor's Weep. Eastwatch. Glordeus. Where was the spot I was talking about before that we needed to go explore a bit more? The Imperial Chase. So maybe there. The Old Road, Southern March. Lost Wing. Stellar, Norvent. That's Care Norvent. Yeah, if anything, it's probably down there. Considering that's Westwatch and Eastwatch, so it's probably not in those. Since we're here,
Welcome.
let's restock on
I do like a customer
all of our
who knows
potions,
what
shall
he
we?
wants. An excellent choice. And a fine day to you.
I wonder how the Isabel's doing, actually, since we haven't talked to them much.
I want to see you.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Olive Talc? Still no caravan from the Dominion.
Hey, Isabel.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Good old Star Ruby.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
How did he lose his son?
Long ago, yes.
Was his
Sid
son a
told me
bear?
Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm I'm beginning to see that.
All anyone ever wants anymore.
Hap, you'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
A bruised Pippin?
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Let's go. These are an elder antelope anyway. I know I need to go to Cressida to start looking for them. Let's also switch out my items. There we are.
I needed that.
Okay. I'll go down here past the Dragon's Eyrie. Or through the Dragon's Eyrie. Gonna go through this entrance away here. Imperial Trace. Just know it was fallen ruins that were mentioned. I don't think this is the right place.
No need
Or
to
maybe it is. The lack of people here has me concerned though. Okay, so we are in the right spot. This is just heaven, hell. Alright, so to the croc we go. Up this way. I was in the right. I did have the right idea on where we were going to go. Yep. Just a little ball. Oh, that's terrifying. It's B rank. Okay. It shouldn't be too hard then.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Oh, come on. Ow.
Thanks, boy.
Go for flames. Still don't have it up again. Okay, now I have it up. Oh my god, he actually has a crown and I didn't notice it. Wait, he spawned more bombs. Oh, son of a bitch. Are they gonna blow up and kill themselves now? There. Good. Thank you for that. Oh my god, 4 this time? Ooh. early. How many this time? 6? Yep. Oh shit, he's doing multiple now. Hey, there we go. Nice. Notorious Mark slain. 20,000 XP. A bomb ember. Nice. So that's the bomb king dealt with. We need to gather ash.
Over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If the wine is more than this, he can fetch it himself.
That's the wrong button. Okay. So Dragon's Airy. So now we go to Martha's Rest. We have our chat with Martha, and then we go to Cressida. Yeah, let's talk to Martha first. Then we can go to Cressida. Hello, Martha.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star, Ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement and rallied the rest around you.
Yeah.
I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That,
Well.
and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
If Karen hasn't dealt with him. And now we go and deal, or go and kill the Elder Antelope in Cresta for dear old Torgal.
Good girl.
Antelope shouldn't be too hard to beat. Still doesn't seem to be active. I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy mode and seeing how it changes the placement of everything. Because I know they've mentioned that in the first dungeon you do with Sid
It's certainly quiet.
on your way to Sanbrak.
If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place.
It wasn't necessarily giant antelope, just elder antelope. Yeah.
I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal?
There we go. Nice and easy. Bloody-eyed.
No. Will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy. That'll feel good, boy.
Alright, and now I think we're good to head back to the hideaway. With all of our quests leading back there. So let's have our first chat with Blackthorn. Get his quest squared away.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A sundered whetstone. Slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
The southern continent.
No
funny to hear him
I
mentioned
couldn't
like
get the
that.
same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted.
That's a good way to look at it.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
So does this unlock the diamond blade? Or does this unlock a different blade? Excalibur. Ooh. Nice. Is Excalibur going to be the strongest sword? What are the necessary ingredients, good sir?
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
I can make it. Is there reinforcements for Excalibur? No. I can make it.
No scratches, right? That it? Fine.
Very nice.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Elder Antelope Femur. Jesus.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Yeah, now we need to talk to Tomes to finish it off. Then we need to talk to Goat and we need to talk to Owain.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. I recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature
to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power.
Interesting.
That in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Damn right he's a friend. Torgal is best pup. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. Nice. I don't use Torgal for attacking that much, so I don't know how beneficial that's going to be. Let's go and talk to Owain, and then we'll come back around and chat with Goat. We'll see what Owain's going to give us for completing his side quest. There's no other misses, right? Yeah. Excuse me. Whew.
All right there, Cid?
Right there, Cid.
How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Cid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then. Let's get this contraption up and running.
So does this increase potion efficacy again? Efficacy? Make potions better. Increase their potency.
We have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's
What are you gonna give me?
no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be
No, what is the
silly.
reward?
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions
Yes.
in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What
Let me carry
kind of
more.
magic?
Let me carry more.
We happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil.
Right.
I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
Give me
the
more
spirit.
potions.
Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
I'm happy that this is the solution. Or this is what we're getting, rather.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Yeah, treated potion satchel. Nice. Inventory increased. I'm glad I did that one, Nip. Ooh, 6 potions, 4 high potions, and 3 each of the tonics. Yeah. That's about as much of an upgrade as I expected it to be.
I think mid might need some help.
I assume we'll have another upgrade later. Ooh. So what's new in the Patron's Whisper? Oh, do we have that cleric thing now?
Clive. Your benefactors are a generous lot. You earned this.
I need another 100. Goddess Grieger teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. Humble servant. And the High Cleric's Medallion.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
So, what does the High Cleric's Medallion do? Increases healing potency of all high potions by 25%. Okay. Caval's Fang, Eye of the Warrior. Yeah. Feels odd getting grey gear at this point in the game. I need to upgrade them. There's the Orichalcum, Treated Potion Satchel, Desert Rose, Burnt Blade, Ambrosia's Pinion, the Oath, Phoenix Feather. Okay. Alright, goat.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Oh, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Okay, so this one isn't done yet. I thought this would be done by talking to Goat.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build? Yeah. He said it was some sort of chimney stack. Must be quite.
I suppose technology in this universe is very limited. There's not a whole lot of it. And all of it used to be fallen tech.
Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
One of 3 brilliant gemstones acquired and set aside by Sid for a rainy day. That day too arrived. Yeah.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
Oh, okay, we're back over here to
You
taking
ended
the
up
quest.
delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
Oh, goat.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy soul couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take.
So 7 years
Back in
before
day,
the event.
I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no
He's a
hiding his
bear,
neck.
yeah.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me.
That's
Him who
fucked,
stood
man.
beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself.
Kenneth, Otto, Karen, Otto, or Karen, Otto, Karen, and
Whether he should fall.
who else was there? Blackthorn? I don't think Blackthorn was in that crew. Oh, Tarja.
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine.
I completely understand what people are talking about now when they were talking about how good the side quests were in this game. Because,
for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
a lot of these side quests, especially this one, have like been dealing with the story and the people of the world and getting more from them, and I think that's very important. I won't have it said that I'm a poor host. Alright. Side quests all done. No more side quests on the map. Otto.
Clive, Astrix. We'd finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
I like that her. It's just like I've been doing so many side quests. She's definitely in Canberra by now.
Have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelith.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but has considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavours of a certain young friend of yours, though I for one believe Miss Telemon's projects to be quite the valiant enterprise. I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumour has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration.
Trouble in Canver. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Alright, guess we're sending Gav to go after Mid then.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canver pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
So are we going to Canver or no? Okay. Dust long settled, little remains of the once bustling refuge many called home. Oh boy.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kupka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
But isn't that the whole Phoenix thing?
Life has a beginning.
I suppose it could bring itself back from the dead, but not necessarily everybody else.
So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Jill and Goots. Oh, and Karen. Yeah.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
That's the scene I was wondering about. That's it
wasn't
sorted.
the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
Really? We're gonna go after Tail first.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
I love Goots.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Oh, Goots.
Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
So we're going to Bocklad then.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
So is there just a fucking a mutation in certain humans that they're giants? Because we've run across a few of them at this point, you know, as enemies and as friends. So that's Canver. That's the Dalmec capital? Letney's Cleft. Is that Bocklad then? Eastern Dalmec. Excuse me. Onward.
How are you feeling?
I'm surprised we're going for the tail next.
Thanks to Talia.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too.
Okay, can you go that way?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Great big fallen arch. Small city. Another fallen structure. Oh, hey, Drake's Fang. You okay? Oh, we got what were these guys' names again? Leg eaters, that was it. There's a side quest? That's not something I expected to happen.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Spectre?
It's as bad as that.
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
What the hell is sitting on the road ahead?
Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Poses, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits,
Excuse me.
you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Kinda sus. Get hurt. Looks like.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Oh, come on. There we go. Beat the shit out of them. I missed my my window for the wind-up. I'm probably going to end up replacing wind-up with Thunderbolt when I can.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Yeah, there's something off about them. Oh, ability points? God damn it. I mean, I had to deal with it anyway, so I might as well get the side quest done. I didn't pick up potions.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
The path continues on the other side.
More fallen ruins. They were everywhere, weren't they? Oh. Hello, friends.
Stay down.
Nice. Didn't think Flames of Rebirth would kill them all so easily. It is a very good AoE burst, though. So I get it. Excuse me. Hey, it's this spot. The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the...
Ah, Zemeckis Falls. In the steppes of the Forgotten, desolate coastal region in eastern Dalmekia, despite the fact that for centuries, seawater from the Strait of Altha has flowed into the plumbless crater without cease, shows no sign of filling. Sins of Zemeckis said to have taken place here.
Gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here. at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
Are we gonna end up creating a
Whoever manages
fucking
to plug
crater
those
like
dams,
this?
Perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Crystal's curse.
Dominance and bearers.
Oh, okay.
To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their Eikons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
And now
You
you
had a lot
know.
of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
Yeah.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
So, if that giant crater came from the fight between Ultima and the Fallen, assuming that Ultima fought against the Fallen and isn't a Fallen himself, they caused that giant crater. What the fuck?
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it. And I can think of none better suited to the task.
What about your firstborn?
There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
No.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The emperor whom I
You are
gladly
someone
serve,
who believes yourself to be a god.
made flesh.
Also, isn't he only the emperor because Dion's Bahamut? Is that not how it went? Second son of Emperor Sylvester. Third of Empress Annabella. Sylvester was convinced to surrender his throne to his beloved son, anointing him Emperor Olivier first of his name. He married Annabella Rosfield, I had a second son. The affairs of the imperial court was to only grow over the years until Sylvester finally convinced to surrender his throne to the young prince, announcing him to be the latest in the long line of earthly incarnations of Grieger.
Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only.
No, you speak Annabella's mind.
Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
Is she being influenced by Ultima?
Of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
Canker! Silence! Insolent wretch!
Yep, she has fucking Sylvester wrapped around her fucking fingers.
Knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh,
Rowena.
not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Oh, hey, he's being left alone with Annabella.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Annabella fucking Lesage. What the fuck was her original name? Do we know? No, we're not getting info here. She married into Rosfield and she was like, oh, my blood is the blood of the Phoenix.
We just need to hug the coast.
Pretty sure the blood of the Phoenix was Elwyn. At least the Rosfield name was the blood of the Phoenix. Not the one that married him. Unless she was a Rosfield.
This one.
Then, you know, makes it even more questionable why she would betray her own kind.
Over here.
Yes. Was there loot up there? What was the point of them being there?
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twin.
Hell, God, dude.
His troops are well trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But as long as we can wait for the siege to end.
Slow.
There we go. Oh man, you can't even get past the second stagger or the mid stagger stage with that. There we go. You do a shit ton of damage, but you can't get past the second stagger stage. Rip. The water is so surprisingly calm down there. It's kind of unsettling. All in ruins. There's a Dalmec capital, I'd say. Steps of the Forgotten. That's the Republican Gate. Analect. McKeith. Onward. Gilded Path. Yeah. Drakos Deep. Crosjet Echoes. Like, even the color of the land here is different to the color in the hole. Even fallen ruins are cut in twain. The hell happened?
More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
We must leave. We don't know how to deal with this. Ah, is that why careful was being said? Because there's wild gnats over there. Saying that in Ireland's a bit rough. Max.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion. Bloody cruise and caravans.
Yeah, down here. Hey, there's Boklad.
Well met.
Hey.
A discerning eye. Many thanks.
There we go. Sell any valuables.
Farewell. Out of my sight, wretch.
Alright, let's meet up with Goots. Boklad
From across
Markets.
the water, come one, come all, feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in
A hawker.
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
Goots will get us through.
He
He must be around here somewhere.
Taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
Taste your peaches, huh? Yeah, there he is.
I'll take the large one.
An excellent choice, my lord.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
No, good.
Remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the
I
Crimson
need to
Caravan,
respond
up
to
that
that
way.
too.
Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
Red chocobo. Oh no.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Goddamn Goots.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo then.
And the other on our purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
Getting robbed. I kind of expect it in Dalmec though. Just seems to be bandit country. Rent Chocobo. Oh, is it actually this corner?
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
Goots.
As I live and breathe. Goots.
Eloise.
What are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you.
So is she another Alliant?
So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
No. We're not traders.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct?
I didn't expect you to find it this quick, but you know.
Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand.
We?
Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
No, Goots.
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
Yeah, you could go to Waloed. Take on,
We'll help.
Take on old Odin.
But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
Wyvern. Does she give me the red chocobo, like, straight away? The Crimson Collar.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
To catch a thief. Alright. How long have I been going, actually? 2 hours, roughly? I'm gonna call it there for this stream. Because I need to go and do shit in 14. Because I've not been playing it for most of this week. So I need to go and get my tomes before we raid tonight. So I'm gonna end up coming back to this tomorrow. I'm 32 hours in, man. I probably will have main story done, I'd say, on Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm not working this week, so I'm gonna be streaming during the day. Probably 9 to 5-ish, taking a break and lunch. Actually, work times. Just to make it a bit easier, you know? But yeah, that's gonna be it for stream for today. For 15 stream today. Do you want to change OBS? Oh, you're already on that screen. That's why you're not changing. There we go. OBS or 15 streaming today. I'll be back 6 o'clock this evening on Twitch for 14 stream. So, peace.